If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast from your own phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and many other. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to Anchor FM to get started. Again, that's Anchor FM to get started. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Classy Chats. On my podcast, I'll be chatting with you about relationship issues, cultural discussions, and everything crazy that has been happening in my life in the past and probably in the present. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me for a second, and welcome to Classy Chat. Hello. So, I'm here sitting and thinking, and I've been in a mood for the past week, just been receiving all types of information from a lot of my listeners and a lot of my supporters. And I really want to do an episode just of encouragement to my ladies out there, young and old. And I want to encourage you to know and understand that you are enough. So I realize sometime in this crazy world that we live in, whether it be our romantic relationships with, men or whomever you're romantic with, family relationships in the workplace, professional. And sometimes you feel like you're failing. Sometimes you feel like you just cannot do enough. You can't achieve enough. Are you pleasing your spouse? Are you pleasing your family? Are you living up to the expectations that maybe your parents wanted for you, or even your children? Are you doing enough for them? Are you providing well enough for them? And I just want to encourage you to let you know that you are enough. I have gotten so much feedback from this podcast and from the episodes previously that I've put out. And so many women are coming to me and just wanting me to talk about their situation on here and giving me all these scenarios. I'm just having to sort through a lot of information to even kind of figure out which one of these topics that I even want to bring to an episode. But in me doing that, I just felt compelled to just reach out to you, all of you, even if I never am able to respond to an email, which I try to respond to them all. If I'm not able to feature one of your stories on here, I want you to know that you are enough. You are enough. And it's easy to say that you're enough, but if you still feeling like you're not enough, I know it's kind of hard to grasp that in your mind and in your head. And, I just want to kind of share a little story with you about someone that's very, very close and very personal to me. She's been in a marriage, less than 5 years. However, no matter what she did, she never felt like she was enough for this particular man because he never treated her with love. He never respected her. Even from the time they got engaged, he just basically treated her like she was his enemy. He was in constant competition with her. It was his constant goal to bring her down, tear her down, not show her any love, not show her any affection. And she would constantly say, I need you. I need love. I need affection. I need attention. I need this from you. I need you to be the same person that you was when you were trying to court me, when you were trying to get with me, when you were trying to be with me, and then you finally got me. And then when we got engaged, it's like all of that went away. And she struggled for years and years and years just trying to understand, you know, why, why? Why would he court me? Why would he pursue me? Why would he do this? And then turn around and just treat me totally different after he's gotten me. Like, that's something that she's baffled with for years, you know. And then finally, a situation occurred where, a plethora of situations occurred, I will say. Um, and then she just finally got in her head, he doesn't want to be in this marriage. He doesn't want to be with me. So then she became bitter, like, if you didn't want to be with me in the first place, why go through all that energy? And when I say a plethora of situations like him with other women, him entertaining other women, him being physical with her, inappropriately physical, it just was comments, rudeness, degrading comments. He had bleached her clothes at one point, even, and she, took all these things from him. And finally, it dawned on her. People may call her dumb or whatever, but finally it dawned on her, this guy does not want to be with me. He doesn't want to be married to me. He may like the persona of being married, but he doesn't have what it takes to put in the work to actually be in a relationship. Just selfishness. It was just a lot of things going on with them. She even told me one time she was a story. She's afraid of the ocean. She can't swim, but she really likes to be in the water. She's hoping to learn how to swim one day, but she doesn't know how. So she's afraid of the ocean. And they went jet skiing, and she got on her own jet ski and he got on his own. Well, she didn't get on the one with him because she was afraid he would clown and act up and go fast and pretty much not take care of her. So she already knew his character to begin with. So she got on her own jet ski. This guy they were on a tour. He ended up leaving her in the back while he flew up to the front with the tour guide, showing out, having the time of his life, while she's in the back scared for her life. She ended up having to be towed back to the dock by one of the instructors because she was so scared and she just couldn't keep up while he's just gone. And in hindsight, when she, told me this story, I'm like, oh my God, like he wasn't, didn't care about if she was okay, didn't even stick around to make sure that she even, got off okay, that she even made it back to the dock okay. He was just gone living his life, having a good time with his jet skis. And so when she thinks about the number of things that he's done in the past, like he's showed her all along that the selfishness was never going to change. It was always about him. Always, 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 always about him. It was never about her completely. Even, on her birthdays that she spent with him, she says she can never remember a birthday with him that it was always about her. Now, for his birthdays, she threw him parties, like rented out bowling facilities. Like she went all in and went all out for his birthday. But whenever it came for her birthday, it was maybe some used headphones. Like it was just very, very, very low scale. I mean, not even like they ended up even arguing every birthday she had. He was treating her bad every birthday. Acted like he didn't even want to be around her. Didn't do anything special for her. I mean, even when he was around her on her birthday, he acted like he was just pissed, mad, just like blah blah blah. And when she looks back at hindsight, she sees that, okay, he was showing me all along that he wasn't interested in this marriage. He wasn't interested in being with her. And, that's one of her things is, why did he waste my time? And I know that it's a lot of women out there thinking the same thing. Like, why would you waste my time if you already knew that you were not even going to put in the work to be with somebody? Now, I'm not saying a man or a woman in that case. I'm not saying a man would just flat out tell you, hey, I want to be married, but I'm not going to put in the work to treat you nice and treat you good. My thing is that it's plenty women out here that will tolerate mediocrity. Plenty. So if you have a woman that you already know is going to hold you to a higher standard and she's going to be a little bit more difficult, for you to rope in, or because she's professional, she's successful in her own right. She doesn't need you to take care of her money wise. She needs you for other things. So if you already know that, this is a strong woman, a strong individual, you could just break it off. You could break it off before you even get married, before you even get engaged. Like, why even go down that road if you as a man and you know that you're not ready to go down that road? And I just really feel like it's their insecurities trying to tear women down, and that really bothers me because us black women are the most oppressed in this society, sexually oppressed as far as professional and careers. We're the lowest paid. And it's like, you as a man, a black man, why would you do this to another black woman just like your mother, just like your sister? If you have daughters, that would be just like your daughter. Why would you tear another woman down that could possibly be one of your family members? And, that's why I just want to come on here and encourage you women and just let you ladies know, you know what? You're enough. If these men have a problem with you being successful and you being strong and you having a sense of purpose, it's not you, it's them. And until they answer to their own demons, they're going to continue to treat every woman the same way, whether it's you or somebody else. But I don't want you to sit here and feel like that it's you, because it's not. I'm not saying every woman out here is perfect. I know we nag. I know we get on men's nerves. I know, some people may call us argumentative because we just, want answers. We want to have a conversation. But in no way, shape, or form is it okay for a man to put his hands on you. It's not okay for a man to degrade you. You can't possibly be doing something that horrible aside from cheating, lying, stealing, and all of that. You can't be doing something that horrible for him to treat you like that. And I'm under the philosophy, even if you are cheating, lying, and stealing, you are accountable for your own actions. So you still don't have to degrade a woman and belittle a woman and put your hands on a woman because she's doing something. You have the ability to walk away, man. And same thing with a woman. If a man is doing all these things to you, you don't have to stoop down to his level to be revengeful and petty and immature. You can just handle it accordingly like a grown woman would and move around. But I won't be before you long. This is just like, you know, just a bout of encouragement. I just want you to really understand that. And this is for all the ladies that have written in, and maybe I won't address your situation personally and, feature your story personally on the episode, one of the podcast episodes we have here. But just know that this is for you. You are enough. You are enough. If he doesn't think that you're enough, then that's him. Don't you ever beat yourself up mentally. If you're a woman that's holding it down, you're respectful to your man no matter what he does to you. You're respectful to his family no matter what they do to you. You're respectful to his friends, his family, and him no matter what they do to you. If they drag you, they talk bad about you. If he talks bad about you, want people to think that you're the villain and you've done something wrong to him. Oh, you're nagging him. That's why he's choking you. You're calling him to a higher standard. You want to just have a conversation with him. Oh, that's why he cheats, because he can cheat with somebody that doesn't ask questions. It's not you. It's not you. It's him. So be encouraged, women. Continue to go forward. Continue to be strong in your faith. And continue to know that it is not you and you are enough. For some particular reason, our men are coddled and they're programmed for some reason to think that the black woman is their enemy. And we're not their enemy. We're their support system. We're their love. We're their spouse. We're their friends. We're the one that's coddling them. We're the one that's protecting their image. We're the one that's protecting them against anything that would come against them. Some women are out there lying to the feds, lying to law enforcement, lying to child protective services, lying to family members because they're coddling and protecting these men. We as black women, we are naturally protective of our men. And the more protective we are of them, which is pacifying their feelings and pacifying how they act and how they treat us and making excuses, they treat us even worse. And it's so hurtful. And it's so hurtful to see this in our society, but it's the truth. And we can't change them. All we can do is pray and pray that God shows them something different and God changes them. Because just like us black women, we're so coddling and we're so protective, we're also forgiving. And if that black man came to us and, after the man has done all these things to us, he pretty much all he has to do is come back apologetically, honestly, and show some actions. Once he did that or does that, we love our men so much will forgive them and live happily ever after. And so many marriages has done that. So many marriages. You've had ups and downs and turns and infidelities and things as such. And I do believe that God is a healer. I do believe that God can change anybody or whatever higher power you believe in. But I believe that God can change you in an instant. So I definitely believe if somebody comes to God and says, "Hey, I have messed up. I truly in my heart want to be a better person and I want to change. I don't want to treat my wife like this. I don't want to treat my spouse like this, whether it be baby mom, wife, whomever. I don't want to do this." And I do believe that God can change you. And you have to put the work in, but I believe that He can change. But until He does, again, I want to say that you are enough. Don't ever think that it's your fault. You've done something, which is always good to self-reflect. And when you self-reflect, if you find that you could have done something differently in the relationship or you could have handled things better, apologize and move on. But self-reflecting has to happen. Because if you don't self-reflect and if you don't acknowledge, you can't move on in anything. So even if he isn't self-reflecting, even if he isn't acknowledging, you do that. You acknowledge, you self-reflect, and you acknowledge to God also, and you move on. But the main thing is to know that you are enough, and it's not your fault if a man has taken you for granted, or if a man has cheated on you, if he's been physical with you, if he's degraded you and verbally abused you. It's not you. He has bigger demons that he needs to take care of. And you're not his God and you're not his Savior, and you can't handle those demons. He has to handle those demons on his own. This is so touching to me because I've just spent the day reading a bunch of emails and my heart is so heavy. And I just want my sisters and all the ladies out there, whether black, white, Hispanic, it doesn't matter. We're all a sisterhood. We're all in this together. And I just want you to know that you're enough. So I will have another series. I'll have a series coming entitled "You Are Enough," where I have other guests will come on, and we just want to encourage. We just really want to encourage the ladies. So stay tuned and look forward to the rest of the series entitled "You Are Enough." This was just a small snippet. Hey, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening to another episode of Classy Chats. I want to extend a big thank you to everyone who has written in, who supported me, who has sent emails and contributions. I really appreciate it. If you want to support this podcast, you can be a Patreon and find me on patreon.com. And a small monthly pledge of $1 or $2 a month will help us build this channel and get more equipment and do the things that we want to do here to give you better content. It's not required, but hey, if you like to, that's fine. You can also follow me and subscribe on Classy Chats on YouTube. Just type in the search Classy Chats. And as always, please continue to send in your emails at classychats@gmail.com. That's KLACEECHATS chatz@gmail.com. I really appreciate all the comments and things that you guys are putting in and giving me more content and things that you want to discuss. I really, really appreciate you guys. I really love this podcast and I love the feedback that I'm getting. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next time.